We all know that most people over 16 have indulged in alcohol, and a lot of people have also sinned by smoking the devil's lettuce. But there's one dumbass group of punks that are dumb enough to do both at the same time. And guess what? I am part of this stupid group of people. Some of you that are not part of this unintelligent group of dumbasses might wonder what it feels like to be under the influence of both weed and alcohol at the same time. Well, just imagine your last 3 brain cells, and not your current brain cells. I mean the brain power that you had when you was 3 years old around a campfire. So that might explain some of the absolute brain deadness that this story contains. It all started when me and my friends decided to book an Airbnb for a week. We had linked and played some football together, but when nighttime started sneaking up on us, there was only one thing on our minds. Because we brought weed. So we rolled up our zoots, and the Airbnb had like a little shed outside, so it was absolutely perfect to hotbox. Like, I fully recommend if you have a small shed to hotbox that with your boys. It's such a vibe. But after we had sat there for a bit, just vibing, people were starting to get really high really quick, and all of a sudden one of my boys stands up, fried off his nuts, and starts screaming, "I am bargain," and then looks straight into one of my other friends' soul. Let's call him James, and starts screaming, "James, you are not real!" And James was absolutely blasted as well. So he got shook as shit and started bugging as well. But while all of this was happening, me and my friends Ronald and Craig, we were just laying on each other, fucking dying of laughter. I swear, we were so high and we were laughing so hard that we were literally unable to stop laughing. It was actually hard to breathe. And keep in mind, at this point, there was 0 alcohol involved at all. But after a while, stoned ass James couldn't hack being publicly outed for not being real. So he went inside. And this, my friends, is where the real shit starts. Because as I also walk inside of the Airbnb, Kevin comes up to me and says that he had ordered 2 vodka bottles under his name. But because he was 17 at the time, I had to go out to the delivery man and show my ID. Which, as you can hear, does not make sense at all. But my ass saw this as a Mission Impossible adventure. Because when I'm high, I become the biggest bullshitter on earth. If you want anything done, I swear, just swing a zoot my way and it's literally done. Anyways, I go out there on game mode. So the delivery man pulls up in his car, and I literally felt like this was like some massive drug deal. I felt like I was Pablo Escobar, bro. And I give my ID to the delivery man, who could probably tell that I was high as shit. And this guy took one look at my ID and said, "Hey man, you're not Kevin." But I was not fazed by that, because I had a game plan, and it was to confuse the shit out of him into just giving me the bottles. So with no hesitation, I go, "Yes, I am. This ID says Lukey on it. I need Kevin's ID." And my blazed ass responds, "Kevin's inside, but this is his ID." As if he didn't just read out my name and I didn't claim to be Kevin before. I then proceeded to claim the most stupid shit that countered my own claims. And after a couple minutes of that, the delivery driver must have just thought, "I'm not getting paid enough for this shit." So he just gave me the bottles, and I walked back inside fried as shit, while I literally said out loud to myself, "Another day, another dub." Mind you, this could have all been avoided if we had just used my name from the start. So me and a couple of the boys proceeded to mix some of the strongest mix of basically 40-60% vodka in Pepsi bottles and went out for a walk. And I ended up giving Ronald a lecture on star signs, which was absolutely blowing his mind, while Craig was standing 40 meters away screaming at us that he had a much better view of the moon, and he was full on getting pissed at us because we weren't going over there. "Yo, look up, bro. Whoa. Bro, do you see those stars connect? That is like a bear, man. Oh, I can see it. Whoa. You see that? That is a warrior right there. Do you see it? Back in the day, they used to believe that like these were gods and shit. Whoa. That's crazy." "Hey yo, you man have a shit view of the moon. Come over here, fam. Come over here. My view is so much better. Hey yo, fam. Come over here, fam. What you doing?" doing?
Hey, yo, chill. Look at the stars, bro. They're crazy.
Couple more minutes go by, and me and Craig come up with a groundbreaking new way of running.
Yo, bro, if you just fall on your feet, you don't use energy, and it's much quicker.
Oh my god, you're right! Which I'm sorry to break it to you, is not true, but in the moment we were convinced. But mid-experimenting with our newly found science experiment, I get a call from Ronald, and he's saying that he's lost in the woods and he's gonna die. I was shocked because I thought he was with us the entire time, but I start running back to save him like I'm some superhero. The funny thing is though that there was no woods near us, and in my heroic attempt on saving Ronald, I had run past his ass that was just standing 50 meters away on the sidewalk. So this sneaky kid had pranked the shit out of Craig and I, and we ended up sat on a random curb, freestyling, vibing, and drinking strong ass vodka Pepsi. But yeah, that's the story of how I got absolutely hammered and baked at the same time. Claim your OG ticket right now by subscribing, and I'll see you boys in the next video. I appreciate you. Bye.